to another vlog. Today is going to be such a fun vlog. I'll give you a little rundown on the day. This morning I am just doing some self-care things, having a nice slow morning. I'm going to do my nails. I'm going to give myself a nice blowout. I'll talk you through a little bit more of my hair care routine while I'm doing that. And then at 12:40, Savannah is coming down. She's finally getting a proper vlog debut, which I am so excited about, because last time I was with Savannah, if you guys remember, the camera had a whole glitch and the audio was all messed up. So all of our footage was lost, which was such a bummer because that was such a fun weekend and we had so much amazing content. But you know what? We are going to have a little redemption today. So she's coming down. We are going to see It Ends With Us, which I'm so excited about. This is actually my first time ever seeing a movie 3 times in the movie theater, but there's just so many people that I wanted to see it with, and Savannah is one of them. And she actually just read the book within the past month, so she will have more to say about like the book versus the movie, whereas I read it a couple years ago, so I've kind of forgotten a little bit about the book. That will be really fun to hear all of her thoughts on that. We're gonna go to Trader Joe's, we're gonna cook a nice dinner together, and then she's gonna head back home. I'm very excited. I'm just gonna take you through a whole day in my life. It's gonna be so fun. We are also getting so close to closing on our house, which is so exciting. We have our walkthrough in a week from today. So when you get a new build, you do what's called a blue tape walkthrough. So you and your realtor will go in with blue tape, and any imperfection or thing that's wrong or not working how it's supposed to, you put a piece of blue tape on it, and then they will fix it. The builder will fix it before you actually close and move in on your house. And then we are 2 weeks out from our closing. So with all of that said, the vlogs are going to be a little bit backdated. I made myself a little schedule so that I can still upload every single week for you guys, but also really be present during the walkthrough and my move. And I know that life is going to be really busy for a couple of weeks, and so you'll be seeing this a little bit after it's filmed, but I will be vlogging the moving process, so those vlogs will eventually be coming as well. I'm so grateful that it is finally September and that we are getting so close to moving into our house. Okay, so I'm going to show you kind of the products that I use when I do a blowout on my hair. The first one that I use is the Day Styling Cream. I absolutely love this stuff. I use this for blowouts. I use it as a leave-in conditioner, and then I also use it for slick backs. And I have fine straight hair and it doesn't weigh my hair down, but it does help hold the style. One of my favorite products. It's very versatile. So I'm going to just put this in through my ends, and then I'm going to just brush this out. And the next thing that I put in specifically if I'm going to do a blowout is this Kenra blow dry spray. This stuff smells amazing, and it is a heat protectant as well. I just sprayed that all over, and then I'm going to give it a little brush to make sure it coats all of my hair. And then I'm going to let my hair air dry for a little while. That way I'm putting a little bit less heat on it. As for the rest of my hair care routine, I've been using the Monday shampoo and conditioner. I shampoo my hair probably every day to every other day. I like to do it really often. I don't know how people go days and days without doing it. So I use these two, and what I will do is I will shampoo. I will use one of these scalp brushes. I will rinse. I will shampoo again. I will rinse. I will do my conditioner. Depending on the week and how my hair is feeling, I will do this Day Monsoon Moisture Mask once to twice a week. I love this. This is my second, maybe third container of this. I have gifted this to Savannah too, and she has actually repurchased it, so she loves it as well. And then outside of the shower, I typically always use this Day Styling Cream. And then my other favorite heat protectant is the Day Agave Dry Heat and Hold Styling Mist. This stuff is so good. Look at the mist on this. So good. And it has, I think it has hairspray in it as well. Heat protection and frizz control with a flexible hold. So it really holds your style, but it also doesn't make your hair feel crunchy. Love this stuff. This is also my second bottle, and I'm almost done with it. And then as for hair oil, I kind of switch it up, but I like a very lightweight hair oil. Otherwise it can really weigh my hair down. And so I have the Day Prickly Pear hair oil. You can tell that I love day hair. It's just so good. And I will use this on like second day hair. I typically don't do it when I just freshly style my hair. I used to when my hair was more damaged. I would use this actually multiple times a day and like coat my ends. Now I only really notice that I need to do it on second day hair. So those are some of my products. And then of course this Kenra spray. I use this whenever I do a blowout or blow dry my hair. I am actually gonna go do my nails, so I'm gonna walk you through that routine as well. I've gotten a lot of questions if I get my nails done, and I do not. And I have perfected a nail painting routine that lasts for days days and days and days. We're getting nice and cozy comfy sitting on the living room floor. First step, I'm going to take off my current nail polish, and I just use 100% acetone to do that. Next step, I take this Sally Hansen Instant Cuticle Remover, and I put this across all of my cuticles. Let me angle you down so you can see this. And you let this sit on for 15 seconds and it just softens them. And then I take one of these. This is just a Sally Hansen cuticle pusher. I really like the metal ones as opposed to the wood ones. Next step is I take one of these little orange buffing blocks. They use these at the nail salon and they are really good for getting your cuticles. So I will just go and I'll buff my entire nail. My nail tech told me that I was trimming my cuticles too much, so I've been using this and then trying not to trim much more than this, but I'll just buff my entire nail. Got this huge pack on Amazon for like $5. I used to use those blocks that had like step 1, step 2, step 3, you know those? But they would like not be scratchy after like a week or two. And then I will go in with one of these and I will trim up anything that needs to be trimmed. This is usually what takes me the absolute longest because I really like my cuticles to look super clean. Next step is shaping. My nails are pretty well shaped, so I don't need to do a ton. I'll just go through and make sure that they all look very similar. For the next step, I use this product. It's a nail hardener. I have been using this for years and I swear to you, this is why my nails are so healthy. It makes them so thick and so strong. Cannot live without it. I've gifted it to every single one of my friends because it is just that good. I have been told that if you have nail damage or like a cut in your cuticle, that it can burn, so just be careful if your nails are damaged. I always just do a coat of this as my base coat before I paint my nails. I also swear to you, this is what makes them not chip. I had my nails done in New York and they didn't use this, obviously, they just used their own products, and my pointer on my right hand broke, and I hadn't had a nail break in a very, very long time, and it was proof for me that this stuff is like the best. I absolutely love it. And sometimes if I don't want to do a color, I will just put this on my nails and it just looks like a really nice shiny base. After that has had like 10 minutes to dry, I will go in with my color. I love OPI, and then I also love Essie. This line from Essie, I absolutely love these. I'm gonna just put on the exact same color that I had on before. I will do 2 coats of this, let it dry in between, and then I'll do a top coat. Last step of this whole routine is this top coat. This has completely changed the game for me. I paint my nails so much more often now because this dries like completely. You can go take a shower if you want within 30 minutes. It is so good. I absolutely love this stuff. I'm also watching JC's moving vlog. Her moving vlogs are getting me so excited for moving into her house. I usually wait about 30 minutes, even though it does dry a little bit quicker than that. In 30 minutes, they will be so completely dry that I am a free woman and can do whatever I want to do. Whereas other top coats, I feel like after an hour, my nails were still wet. These are like actually dry. Last step of the nail routine is I've been using this OPI. What is this? Just a nail and cuticle oil on my cuticles because again, my cuticles are one of the most important things to me. Like if your cuticles look good, your hands just look so healthy. And I just recently got this and I actually really like it. I haven't found like a staple cuticle oil, but honestly, this one so far has been really good. And then I use this L'Occitane hand cream. I love this stuff. It's so good. That is my nail routine. I usually do this once a week, sometimes twice a week, just depending on how my nails hold up, like with my schedule and how busy I am. I've been doing this for probably a year now and I absolutely love it. I stopped getting my nails done to help save up to buy a house, and now it's become such a fun self-care moment for me. Like I was just watching YouTube vlogs and painting my nails and they're completely dry. They look wonderful. I'll show you more close up how they look too. All right, here's what they look like. So healthy. quicker Dyson. If I use the smaller attachment, it takes me way too long. And Savannah informed me that she wants a couple of candies for the movie. Well, I asked her if she wanted any candies, and the one that she wants, they do not have at a gas station. So we are gonna make a little trip to Target because Savannah is gluten-free, dairy-free, and the movie theater is definitely not gonna have anything for her. So I wanna make sure she has things for the movie so she can have some fun treats. We'll see if wearing makeup was a mistake because every time I have seen this movie, I have cried so much. So we shall see if I regret this. But I need to switch my bag because I went to dinner last night with a friend. We had so much fun and I wore this cute Rebecca Minkoff bag, and I'm debating what bag I want to bring today, if I want to do a Lulu belt bag or this Uniqlo bag. I think I might do the Uniqlo bag because I think the camera will fit in there. Let me see. I love this bag because it's just a little bit bigger than a belt bag. So I'm going to bring my wallet. I'm going to bring this Glossier rosebalm.com, so good. I'm gonna bring a little bit of hand sanitizer. I'm gonna see if there's anything in these other bags that I need to empty out. Another thing I'm really excited for with having a house is having space to hang like more than one item. So I always just keep one purse out at a time because we don't have a big entryway in our apartment. And eventually we'll have a little mudroom set up in our house and I'll be able to have all my purses laid out there. I'm gonna get changed. I am going to wear something really comfortable because the movie theater is always freezing. Monday is meal prep day, so I started the chicken this morning. I'm going to shred it up, put it in the fridge, and then when I get home later tonight, I can finish up the buffalo dip and I will show you guys that recipe. But this meal prep is so easy. You just do bone broth, the chicken, and then let that cook for 4 hours on high, and then shred up the chicken. I do chicken bone broth. You can also do chicken, just like normal chicken broth. I do bone broth because it has a lot of gut health benefits to it with the collagen and stuff in there, and it adds a lot of extra protein. Pop this in the fridge, and then later tonight we'll finish up the meal prep. Made it to Target. We made it out of Target. Give you a quick Target haul and then we're headed to the movies. Got some bananas, unrelated to the movies, but we needed a refresh on those. This was Jake's choice, Swedish fish and friends. He's driving me to the movies, so that was his payment. He's bringing me because Savannah's meeting me there, and I want maximum time with her, so very generous of you, Jake. This is Savannah's request. Brookside pomegranate dark chocolate and blueberry. She said either of them. Jake voted blueberry, I voted pomegranate, so we got her both. I've never tried these, so I'm really excited to see what those are like. And then these Albanese, if you're gluten-free, these are so good. Even if you're not gluten-free, these are so good.
Those are the Delta gummies.
They are. They serve those on Delta flights sometimes. And then this was my choice, Milk Duds. I'm also gonna get some popcorn and some Diet Coke because I'm starving. We're gonna get there, oh, perfect, 12:28, and our agreed meeting time was 12:30, so we're perfect. We made it. Got the popcorn, got the Diet Coke. Savannah made a little Lunchable. What's in there?
Some turkey, some goat cheese, and then the Simple Mills crackers.
Oh, yum.
My favorite.
Got a little Diet Coke. We got the candy. We are ready. We just got out of the movie, and I want to hear your thoughts.
It was so good. It really was so good.
Okay, so this was Savannah's first time seeing it.
Yeah.
This was my third time seeing it. But you've also read the books recently. So
Yeah.
what do you feel like, because I feel like a lot of the hate online is that people say it's not similar to the book at all.
Which I think it's really similar. Like, I think the thing I saw the most that people were complaining about was like they cut out the Ellen part of it a lot and like the Finding Nemo part of it. But like it's hard to put that in a movie. I think they did the perfect amount. Like they had it in there in little bits and I think they did it the perfect amount.
They kind of did little Easter eggs of it.
They did.
Like there was a Dory stuffed animal.
Yeah, it was like on the TV, one of the first times they were hanging out.
Yes,
like,
the journal she was writing to Ellen and that.
Yes, yeah, it was like the perfect way to do it, I think.
Yes, there was a poster in her room at one point.
Yeah.
So there was little odes to it. I also feel like some of it is you have to read the book, and that's part of.
That's part of it. Like it would be weird to have that be like a dialogue in the movie, I think. The only other thing that I think like was noticeably different for me which it makes sense because like I can't imagine how you would make it in a movie, but I feel like the violent scenes were a lot less intense.
Yes, and I'm actually grateful for that, because I was really worried about the Atlas scene.
Yeah, I was really, really scared to see them in the movie, and even like, you probably even saw it, but like when they would start, I like jumped because I just was picturing in my brain what I read.
Yes.
And I think they did it really well. But yeah, those are the only things that I think were different. Like
and the name of the restaurant, what was the name of the restaurant in the
it was
book?
Bibs, so it was like Better in Boston. But like they would have had to, and like they had, the magnet was just like so briefly shown.
Yes,
that it would have in itself had to have been like a whole dialogue. And then they would have had to, like, the last scene, they tied it to the tattoo a little bit more, and like the oak carving, so it makes sense that they made it roots. Like, it makes sense that they did all that.
You just said it roots.
Oh yeah, root.
I was thinking in the video where I talked about how Minnesotans say stuff different, right when I was editing it, I was like, roots. I forgot to say roots. And then as we're watching the movie and they kept saying root.
Root.
I was like, oh, that's when we say root. We say root and roof. Instead of roof.
So funny.
We say roof.
That would be hard to say.
Roof.
Just it comes out so much more naturally.
Root. We say root.
Root.
And then you just did. I was thinking that in my head during the movie. I was like, we say root in Minnesota.
We do.
Like, we would call it root.
Because root is like
R-O-U-T-E.
Yeah, that's like how you get to a place.
Yeah, that's the route.
But other people say that route.
Route. Oh.
So
we do say route.
We do say,
right?
But also, yeah, we say, I think I would say route or route. I don't even.
I know, it's weird.
But yeah, like root.
About it.
I don't know.
So overall,
anyways,
you think it was good?
Yeah, it was good.
Did you feel like it did the book justice?
I do. I really do.
I agree. And I feel like it's a really important movie. The other thing I've seen people unhappy with online is covering the topic of domestic violence, but I do think that it is so important to show how the men doing this, I mean, and it's obviously case by case, but they're not always like so horrible all of the time, and that's part of why women stay is even in that movie you're like rooting for him. You like love him, you love their love story. Yeah, you know about his childhood and you're like, oh my gosh, like he's had this horrible thing and that's why he's acting out, and he's sorry and he's so amazing most of the time, and like she could look past these things, and that's what happens in real life. You find yourself rationalizing it, and I think the book and the movie do such a good depiction of that. And the one thing I've said too when I've thought like in response to some of the hate is as much as it's a book and a movie like showcasing domestic violence, it's also showcasing her overcoming domestic violence. Yes, a lot of people are missing that point. That's more what the story is. Yeah, people are saying it's glamorizing. It's like, no, it's literally showing a woman choosing to leave, even though she's had the example her whole life of that's what love looked like. Yes. Because a lot of us learn from our parents what love is supposed to look and feel like. Yes. And she somehow accidentally got herself into that same situation, yet she chose to break the cycle, and it ends with us. That's the entire premise of the book. Yes. I saw like them talking a little bit online how you don't see like Ryle's POV until the end, and I almost I really like the way they did that, because I feel like it shows that, because it shows so much how it is confusing and blurry being on her end, being like, oh my god, like he just turned around and I fell, and it was my fault, gosh, and I was chasing down the stairs and then I fell, and then you see it from his point of view, and it's like, no, very clearly it is like those situations, like he shoved her and he did these horrible things, and she has that moment of clarity of like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Yeah, no, I think it was so good. I think it was so well done. I think it tied to the book so well. I love it. I also think some people are upset that they didn't show much about her and Alice's love, but I feel like as wonderful as that is, and like especially if you read the books, you know that she gets her happy ever after. But the point of this movie is to show a woman leaving a domestically violent relationship, and so I think it would almost be a disservice if it's like, oh, and now I'm in love with this new man. Yes, I agree. I think like that's not the purpose of the first book. And at the same time, like, it's already a movie that's like 2 hours long. Like at some point you do have to cut some things out of it. And it wasn't like, ultimately that's not the point of the first book, the first movie. If they make the second book into a movie, then like that is what that is. Yeah. And like that's gonna be beautiful to see, because now you've had all this background and you saw all of the struggle to get there. It's such a good movie. I think even if you haven't read the book, you can definitely go see the movie. My mom didn't read the book and she loved the movie. Yeah. I read the book years ago, and then you just recently read the book, and we all really enjoyed it. Yeah. I think
seeing the movie would probably make you want to read the book.
Oh,
because you would like know, you would have either like heard little things, or you'd know even just from watching the movie, like there's maybe little bits of the story that like you're missing that would make you feel it like more, like make you like even more into it. But yeah, definitely like something that you could see without having read the book. It's so good. I would see it again and again.
And you're reading Verity now.
Mm-hmm.
How far are
I'm
you?
obsessed. I got to the point where she like was reading the manuscript. So I'm at like chapter like 5 or 7. I don't even know. I just read all night last night. I was hooked from the literal first page.
I know that book hooks you
So good.
in. If you are in a reading slump,
Yeah.
it is so good.
When you said in your vlog with Alyssa that you're like, this could be a whole like Colleen universe.
Like Marvel.
I want it. When I was reading Verity last night, I was like, no, actually I do need this. And like after watching this video or this movie, I was like, no, It Starts With
All
Us.
of them.
I need to see It Starts With Us in theaters. I need to see Verity in theaters. I want to see the other ones I read. Like, it needs to be a Colleen universe.
Her stories are so good.
They are so good.
And they cover such important topics.
And in such a good way. And her stories are so vivid that like it feels almost like you're watching it when you're reading it. So then getting to watch it, like if they're all done this well, it'd be so special to be able to see that.
It'd be so good. Alright, we're gonna make a game plan now, what we want to do before Savannah has to head home. So we'll catch up with you in a bit. We made it to Trader Joe's. Gonna get some fall goodies for Savannah. We decided on a Trader Joe's run. Ooh, look at my hair.
It looks blowing in the wind.
Because Savannah doesn't have one where she lives.
No, eventually, maybe.
Hopefully.
Ugh.
And there's so many good things. So I'll show you what I got, and then we'll show you Savannah's haul, because Savannah's haul is way more fun than mine.
Way bigger.
I just got a couple of restocks on our faves. We got the gluten-free breaded shrimp from Savannah. So good. So nice for like a quick, easy dinner. And then with that, we also got these seasoned waffle cut fries. Again, easy, quick dinner. Me and Jake's favorite desserts are coming up. I got some more hold the cones. It seems like they don't sell the coffee anymore.
I was gonna say they still don't have the coffee ones.
I know, which is such a bummer, but you know what? These are still really good. Jake wanted only 1 box of mochi this time, he said. He must be getting over it. And then I got my dark chocolate pretzels because I love these. And then Jake loves this milk chocolate. Comes with like 3 bars. He loves that. So that's what we got. Nothing crazy, but just a few quick finds. Savannah got so much fun stuff.
I intended to get some fall items, but I'm really good at just missing the fall items. I swear, every time I plan to come down and I'm like, oh, it's fall season, everywhere else has fall stuff out, Trader Joe's will have it. Never. But that's okay.
It's a little too early, I think.
This garlic dip is my favorite. Is my favorite ever. I've had other garlic dips from other places and now none of them are as good. It's so nice to like put into like, I love a bowl dinner, you know?
Yeah.
So nice in that, or like sometimes to just dip veggies in. So good.
And it's dairy free.
Yeah, it's literally just like garlic, lemon, and olive oil, I think.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Because Savannah's gluten-free, dairy-free. So everything you're seeing,
it's gluten-free, dairy-free.
which if you are, now you know what to get from
Some
Trader
goodies.
Joe's. Yes.
The blueberries have been so good, so I got a pack of blueberries.
Amazing.
I only love blueberries when they're like large.
Oh.
They're one of my favorite fruits, but only when they're big.
Jake is very picky about the size of them too, and then he'll randomly get the ick, and then we can't get them for a while.
I also got the shrimp. I also get 2 of almost everything that I get because
you can't get it.
I can't get it all the time. The waffle fries sadly had wheat in them, but they had these, which are just like a fresh cut fry, which I love because usually I make homemade fries, but
I do
sometimes
too.
you just don't want to.
Yeah, sometimes you just need something quick and on the go.
Love that. Then I got the falafel. This is also so good.
What is falafel?
It's like chickpeas.
Oh, okay.
I've made it homemade sometimes before, but these are so good and again so easy just to like air fry.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a nice little like vegan meal too. Got some of the cauliflower gnocchi because this is again just like such a nice easy like if you have chicken or meatballs or whatever you want to put with it, and just I air fry these too. I would not eat them any other way because I think
I've
they
heard
get
people
really
say they're
soggy.
sticky and weird if you don't.
But if you air fry them, they get crispy. So good. And then Jake inspired this one. I've had this before, but never with the shrimp, I don't think. So I want to try that. Sweet chili with the little shrimps.
I wonder if we could do a salad even just with that.
Oh yeah.
Like
That'd
a
be
Thai
nice.
style salad.
Yeah. I bet that would be good. I have some cabbage right now too that would probably be really
nice
good
and
with that. Yeah. These are another favorite I found. Dairy-free, gluten-free donut holes.
I've seen those all over
They're
social media.
so good. So easy to just like pop a few. They're so tasty, just a little bite-sized. I love it.
And honestly, a lot of gluten-free desserts do taste very similar to regular.
Yeah, desserts is one area where like you can do it pretty good.
You can.
And I got some spices. My lap is getting so full.
Oh, here, why don't I put those in here?
In my cooler. That's smart. And then we got hash browns.
Yum.
These hash browns are so good, and the ones from Trader Joe's specifically get so crispy. They seem like they should have a breading on them, but they don't, which is, I don't know, that's always so fun to me when something seems like it should have gluten in it and it doesn't.
And you're like, this is amazing.
This is a cheat. So good.
These are
So
so
good to just fry up in the morning with breakfast.
Yeah, easy air fryer meal.
Yes. I got some of my favorite spices I love. We eat a lot of salmon, and this salmon rub is so delicious.
She just went to Alaska and caught salmon.
Yeah, caught them in the wild.
In the
It was
wild.
So cool. We came home with so much fish, so.
Oh, really sharp. Nice. There's a big fat silver salmon.
That's so exciting. Needed
some
the seasoning for that.
This is so fun to do with salmon bowls. We'll do like the viral salmon bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And then sometimes if I don't have the seaweed things to eat it with, I just sprinkle this on top. So
and
good.
It's so really good. Okay.
Yeah, it gives the
Good to know.
flavor. The last one in this bag is some sriracha because we don't live in a small town, but for some reason it's still really hard to find sriracha. From
Is
when there
that
was a
pretty
shortage.
comparable?
I don't actually know if I've tried the Trader Joe's one, so we'll see. But it looks good.
The bottle's really pretty.
I have never, in fact, seen the whatever the popular sriracha brand is.
Yeah.
Like since it went on a shortage, it's not been at our grocery store
Oh,
for years.
interesting.
So we've gotten like this other brand that we get, which is fine. But I'm curious to try this one.
It looks very similar.
It does
the
look
color
really
looks
similar.
very similar. One more cold item.
Oh yes,
We
Pause
got,
for that.
Savannah got this one. This is the organic coconut water, the pink. Because I tried recently, my dietitian recommended coconut water because my potassium has been low. And my mom had the one that comes in the carton. I'll put up a picture so you know what I'm talking about. And it was really, really sweet.
Yeah.
I took one sip. I was like, oh no, I cannot do that.
those either. I cannot do those ones. The only coconut water I've ever been able to drink is the pink one. Like Harmless Harvest is a brand that does it. This one, I don't know what it is about the pink one.
It's just better. I do
Yeah.
see chunks, which is freaking me out
I've
a
never
little
actually
bit.
seen that in this either.
Do you see them
Yeah, so we'll see if that is weird.
Okay.
Because I don't know if I've ever noticed that before.
though? So we'll do a little taste test and
Yep.
see. I have used the pink for my wellness shots.
Oh, yeah.
But I've never just drank it
Drank it.
alone.
I'm curious to see your thoughts.
Yeah. Thank God
But
I
that
have-
tastes more so like if you're drinking it out of a real coconut, I think.
it smells salty.
Not it.
It's better than the other
Yeah,
one.
yeah. It is definitely still like an acquired taste.
Yeah, it's thicker.
I feel like that is pretty comparable to the Harmless Harvest one too.
Is it? Okay.
But yeah,
Wow, it's very sweet.
it is crazy how sweet coconut water is.
Yeah, I mean, I get it because coconut is relatively sweet, but wow.
Yeah.
It's not for me, so I'm
That's
going to have
alright.
to figure something else
Does
out for my
not have to
potassium.
be for you.
This is 650 milligrams of potassium, which is really good.
If you put like a little salt in there too, then it's literally just like an electrolyte drink.
Yeah.
So I do love that sometimes.
Let me put this in the bag.
obsession is the chili lime rolled tortilla chips. These are so good. I was telling Courtney, I have been on a hunt for a good like spicy chip. Prior to being dairy free, I loved the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And especially on like a long road trip, it's just something that like I love to have as a little spicy chip. And so I found Takis, and they're good, but they're just so much, like it's kind of just painful to eat them.
Like too spicy.
And so yeah, eventually I found
Okay.
these, and these are just perfect. This is like the perfect chip.
Amazing.
So good.
I'm gonna have to try those eventually because I
They're
do love
so
a hot Cheeto.
This one's for my dog. He loves a crunchy, chewy snack, like a little beef stick.
And something different than he usually has because
Yes.
he can't get those all the time either.
Yeah. Then I got these for my boyfriend. These dark chocolate chips or peanut butter cups are also so good. And if you put them in the fridge,
Yeah, you have to put
10
them
out
in
of
the
10.
fridge.
Yeah, they're so good chilled.
So good. Now we're gonna go to my house for a little bit, see the cats. We were gonna do a dinner together, but we both decided we're a little bit too full and we don't want to wait too long because Savannah is going home tonight.
Yeah.
Just a quick little day trip. So we're gonna skip on dinner, but just hang out, see the cats for a bit, and then you'll probably
Yeah.
head home. Head out. So we'll see you there. We're home from the movies. Savannah just left. I just had a little talk with Jake about, I don't know, feeling so emotional about all of my friends being so far from me. It is so bittersweet having visits with them. I went to dinner last night with one of my friends who lives in Florida, and we just had the best time. And while I was driving home, I was just thinking, like, I can't imagine how much better my life would be if she just lived here again. And then same thing with Savannah. I'm just like, oh, I just wish I could see you more because I just love her so much and we have such a good time together. But I am so grateful that we make an effort, we see each other when we can. Getting a house is gonna make it that much easier because I will have a space for people to come stay, because living in a 1-bedroom apartment, there's really no way to have people come and stay comfortably. So it'll make it that much easier for her to come visit me. We have a trip coming up, which I'm gonna keep kind of secret. We'll keep you updated on that when it's time. We were talking about it today and we're like, should we tell the vlog or should we wait? We decided to wait. So we have something really, really exciting happening in October that we will be vlogging the entire thing, and it's so special to both of us. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. But there's 2 more things that I want to take you through on this vlog, and then I'm gonna end the vlog and relax. I've been so into my book just for the summer. I think, how far am I now? I stayed up so late last night reading it. I stayed up till midnight, which is very, very late for me. I am 77% of the way done with it. I really, really like it. So if you have that on your to read, highly recommend. But what I'm gonna do now is just 2 more things to get myself ready for the week. Is I'm going to clean my makeup brushes. This is the makeup brush cleaner that I use. I absolutely love it. I try to do it like every other week, maybe once a month. This definitely makes it so much easier because it's so easy to use this stuff. I just use a little container here and I dump some in. Then I'll angle you guys down so you can see, but I use some paper towels. So I'll just grab a couple and I fold it. I kind of want to time this and see how long it takes me to clean all of my brushes. We're starting the timer. Let me bring you down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna start with just a small brush, and you just dip it in just ever so slightly, and then you brush it on the paper towel, just like that. And it's like an instant dry. I still let it dry overnight just to be sure I'm not gonna like ruin any of my makeup products. Just like that, and it's fully clean. I sometimes do it a couple times just to be sure. It really is just as easy as that. And I will go through and do all of them. See how long that took. I timed it. 8 minutes to clean all of my makeup brushes. Not bad at all. Okay, so now I'll just let these dry overnight on our vanity, just because I don't want to stick them in here just in case they're a little bit wet. So I'll just put these on a washcloth, let them dry overnight, and then they're all set. Now it is time to finish the buffalo chicken meal prep, and then we are done with to-dos and we can relax. We need the shredded chicken from earlier, Greek yogurt. I use this 0% from Faye. Laughing Cow cheese. I just use the original. Buffalo sauce. I love the Buffalo Wild Wings medium. It is the best buffalo sauce, so I always use that one. We need some Mexican shredded cheese. I love just the Good and Gather one. It's great. The ranch seasoning. And this is going to make 4 servings. Per serving, it is half a tablespoon of ranch seasoning powder, 2 tablespoons of buffalo sauce, 1 wedge of Laughing Cow cheese, yay, half a cup of Greek yogurt, 1/8 cup of shredded cheese, and then 3 ounces of shredded chicken. I'll show you this in a second. I'm gonna get Luke in the video.
1 cat.
1 cat. Get the other one. I'm gonna start with the Laughing Cow cheese because this is easy. I don't have to measure or weigh this out. Here comes a big one.
1 upside down cat.
The legs. I'm gonna angle this down so you can see what I'm doing. Half a tablespoon of the ranch seasoning powder. Next thing is 2 tablespoons of buffalo sauce. Then it is time for the Greek yogurt. Jake already meal prepped today, so the half cup is dirty. So I'm just gonna do 2 1/4 cups because you do half a cup in each. 3 ounces of chicken, which I do weigh out just so that I make sure I don't run out. Actually, maybe tongs. Tongs might be easier. It's crazy because every time I make this, it's exactly 12 ounces, no matter what pack of chicken I buy. Last ingredient is the 1/8 cup of cheese. I'm just gonna put that right on top. Usually I mix these up because usually I do it when the chicken is still hot. I'm actually not gonna mix it up this time because it's gonna be way too hard to mix with the chicken being cold. So I'm just gonna pop them in the fridge just like this, and then I'll mix it when I heat it up. I usually heat these for about 2 minutes. I serve them with chips and with some vegetables, and they are so good. This is truly one of the best feelings going into the week. We have all of Jake's lunch meal prepped, breakfast meal prepped. My lunch is meal prepped. Oh, the fridge is looking so good. Time to show you what's in here. It's not that exciting, but I went on Ulta yesterday. This was 50% off, which was so perfect because if you've been following, I've had a whole sunscreen ordeal of every sunscreen that I've been using lately has been breaking me out, which I'm so grateful that I finally learned that because I've been breaking out for over a year and I couldn't figure out why. And so now I'm gonna go back to this. I don't love the ingredients in this one as much as I love other sunscreens, but it doesn't break me out. So for the time being, I'm going to use this, and then long term, I can find one that has the best of both worlds, doesn't break me out and has good ingredients. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. What was so fun about this is this was a same day delivery. It was actually cheaper for me to get this same day delivered because with Ulta, you know, to get it delivered, you had to pay like so much to get free shipping, and I didn't need anything else. I'm good on all my makeup and I didn't want to do pickup. And so same day was free and it was DoorDashed, which is so funny because I never, ever use DoorDash because to me, paying those fees is just such a waste of money. And half the time, like your food comes, it's like wet and not good. So anyways, I got this delivered for free and I just had to tip the person, which I was like, that is definitely worth tipping someone so that I don't have to go to the store to get it. So got a little restock on my unseen sunscreen. That's what this is. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I'm gonna end this and take a couple of hours to just relax. I'm gonna get myself prepped for tomorrow, pick up my Pilates outfit, my work stuff laid out just to make the morning that much easier. But thank you guys so much for watching. We have one more vlog before we start moving vlogs, which is so exciting. I cannot wait for the moving vlogs. There's something just so special about vlogging and having some of the most incredible moments of your life to look back on. Me and Savannah were talking about that today, and me and Jake were talking about that today, of like now me and Savannah get to look back on this day for the rest of our lives, which is just so special. Vlogging also makes the long distance friendship a little bit easier. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. Dan has reproduced this.
Oh, let me move this over.
Miko's on the counter for the first time ever. Miko, he's licking the cheese. Go see your dad.